Okay, the first question is an isosceles triangle, and that means that the two sides are the same. So the two sides that are the same are 10 feet, and then we're trying to find the base, and then we know the height is 7 feet, so we can use the Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And you can choose which side to kind of look at. For that particular triangle. So in order to find the base, or to find the length of the base, we need to plug in what we know. We know the hypotenuse is always across from the right angle, so the hypotenuse is 10. And then we know that you can pick, we'll say A is X, we'll say this is A and this is B, and then of course the hypotenuse is C. So 7 squared, all right, and then we just work it out. And solve for X. And take the square root. So X equals the square root of 51, which is 7 I don't know what she wants you to round to. I'll just say 7.14 or 7.1, whichever. But if you notice that X, that's only half of it. So the other half, we need to double our answer. So we would times that by 2, and we would get 14.28 for X. Next one is a football field, and it is the width is, the length is 120, and the width is 53. Okay, and that says if a player runs diagonal, just remember the diagonal of a rectangle or square or whatever is always the hypotenuse. So you have a right triangle here, even though my line is not very straight. This is your right triangle. Let's see if I can get it straighter. Okay, so these are your legs, these are A and B, and then you're trying to find C. Let's see. It wants us to, if a player runs diagonally from one corner to the opposite corner, how far would they travel? So basically solve for the hypotenuse. So we would say A squared plus B squared equals C squared, and we're trying to find C. 120 squared is 14,400. 53 squared is 2809. Add those together, and always to find C squared, to get C, take the square root, and it is, I got 131. I guess she's wanting you to round to the 10th, so 131.2 equals C. So anytime you see diagonal, diagonal is always your hypotenuse. All right, for number 8, it says on the map, Norristown is, all right, so let's get a starting point here because we're on a map. And it says, on a map, Norristown is 18 miles south of Lincoln. So here's Lincoln. And we need to go 18 miles south, so go down. So here's Norristown. So this is 18 miles. And then it says from there, Lincoln is, let's go back up to Lincoln. Lincoln is 29 miles west of Allenport. So if Lincoln is west of Allenport, then that means Allenport is over here. It's actually, Allenport is going to be east of Lincoln if Lincoln is west of Allen. Now that's the way that I would work it. It's still going to be, I think, the same thing though, because we're going to find the distance from these two, which is going to be your hypotenuse. That's what I got. So let's see if that's right. And the wording is tricky there because it's the way it's worded. So the 18 miles, I'm going to erase that and put it over here because it's 18 miles from here to here. And then the distance from Lincoln and Allen. Okay, that's 29. So these are A and B. 18 squared plus 29 squared equals C squared. Just remember, if it says Lincoln is west of Allenport, then Allenport is east of Lincoln, if you want to turn that around, make it make a little more sense. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 18 squared plus 29 squared in the calculator and take the square root of that. And I got 34.1. So maybe that's what he meant to write since they were going fast. 34.1 miles equals, I don't know why it keeps doing that. 34.1 miles. All right, so for number 9, let's look at it. So here we have a set of stairs that are 10 feet tall. So that's the height. And then you have horizontal distance. That's how far across. Think about the sun setting on the horizon. It's flat. That's 12 feet. And then it says, if a handrail is to be installed, you want a handrail going up the stairs. So here's your stairs. Just pretend that. So you want to know how much of a handrail you need. So you're talking about C. So 10 squared plus 12 squared equals C squared. Let's see what that is. I got, and I don't know if he has this. Let me see. Yeah, that's right. So the handrail would be 15.6 feet. And then for number 10, it says Kara's flying a kite at the park using a string that is 42 meters long. So this is 42. She notices the kite is directly above her friend Leah. So Kara's right here, I'm guessing, holding the kite. And Leah is over here. And she's 36 feet from her friend. And we want to know okay, so here's the kite And we know the kite is 42. And it's right above Leah. Okay, I erased it because it was confusing. But Kara's holding it, and it is flying over here, 42 feet. And we want to know how high up it is. That one, to me, was a little tricky. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. And I think the kite string is the hypotenuse here. You have to draw a picture to really solve these. We'll just say it doesn't matter where you put that in, but 36 squared is 1296. And 42 squared is 1764 minus 1296 minus 1296. 468, and then you got to get the square root. And I got that the kite was 21.6 feet. So you really have to understand, draw out what the problem is saying on that one. That one kind of got me. Okay, number 4, quickly, because I don't want to run out of time on this video. Number 4, Josh and Ben spotted a bear in the woods while riding their bikes. Josh rode here. Okay, so Josh, let's start him down here because he's going north. So he rode his bike 3 miles north. Ben rode 2 miles east. So Josh went up here and Ben went east, so he went this way. I think it said 2 miles. And we want to know, so here is Ben, how far apart they are. So we're looking for the hypotenuse. So 3 squared plus 2 squared equals c squared. 13 equals c squared. Take the square root. The square root of 13 is 3.6. Let's see if that's right. Yeah. So they're 3.6 miles apart. What is it? I got one more to do. Why not? Okay, is Caitlin here? Mm-hmm. She's still here. She getting her stuff together? Yeah. All right, number 5. How far from the base of a house should you place an 18-foot ladder? Here's the house. Here's the ladder, 18 feet, and 15 feet high. So a squared plus b squared. The ladder is always the hypotenuse. It's like a diagonal. I can't even remember anymore. Okay. $18 squared is 324 minus 225 is 99. So take the square root of 99. And you get, and let's see if that's right. What did he get? 9.9. That's right. So the ladder needs to be 9.9 feet away from the house.